Well, the regular season has come to an end, and FIU soccer remains unbeaten. A terrific final cap to the regular season, a 2-2 tie against Kentucky. Still no losses, and still the beard for Kevin Nylen. Let's talk about that Kentucky game, though. A furious rally. Incredible final 10 minutes. But your guys held their composure throughout extra time as well.
Yeah, it was a difficult game on the road against a really good side in Kentucky. Momentum shifted a couple different points in the second half. We were up 1-0. They tied it 1-1. There's a red card. The game becomes emotional, and we played into it a little too much for our liking. Then you go up 2-1, and you're thinking you have a chance to kill a game off up 2-1, and you concede in the last 5 minutes, and then it goes into OT, and you salvage a point on the road. So, disappointing that we don't get the result when we had a position to, but also a really good learning experience for the group.
It was an interesting day because you clinched the Conference USA regular season championship, and there's been ties this year where you said the teams felt disappointed in the locker room after that. What was the vibe in the locker room on a day in which you clinched the championship but also had a very hard-fought tie?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bittersweet, right? So you win the conference before the game starts, but you're still playing to go undefeated and to win the conference outright, no matter what. And so we still were focused in terms of what we're doing. But after the game in the locker room, yeah, the guys were disappointed, and rightfully so, to the extent of trying to do our best and sealing to take care of a game towards the end when we're up 2-1.
Now you have about a week to recover, rest, and get prepared for the Conference USA tournament. How important is this week of just recovery after a long regular season and a lot of travel? You had everything going on with Irma at that point midway through the year. How important are these next 6 days?
Yeah, we've been able to have a couple days off already this week, and the guys need it. We've had a busy October, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday for 22 days straight. So to get a couple days, massive, and then also to get a couple of days of really good training because we haven't had that in preparation for the conference tournament.
What's been, as we look at this team as a whole, take a step back and try to put this team in perspective as we approach the postseason, what's been the greatest joy for you to coach this team? And at the same time, has there ever been a challenge with this team? What's been the greatest challenge in getting this FIU roster to an undefeated mark?
I mean, there's a great joy for our staff to work with these players every day. And they make it enjoyable based upon their approach. Challenge, you're going to have challenges at all times when you're dealing with.
For the fans, it looks pretty good all around, all season long.
You're going to have challenges. They're college student athletes, so they have school, they have soccer, they have to set their day straight. But the challenges that we've had, we've kept them in house, and we've been able to work through them here on the training field. So there's not one in particular, but we've maintained our focus, and that's what we're going to continue to do every day.
So often this season we've talked about the offensive exploits of Santiago Patino and Paul Marie and so many guys on this roster, but Hugo Farreau has been terrific all season long. Can you speak upon the type of year that he has had for this team?
He's had a great year, but he's also has a group of guys in front of him who've had a great year. So, and he would tell you that, but he happy to have him in between the posts, and he's had a good point up to this part of the season, and we hope now he continues his play. But there's credit for every single guy, but he just gets the win-loss on his goalkeeper record.
Yeah. And last thing here, as you start to scout and prepare for the first game of the tournament, what have you seen on tape thus far, and also what's been the message, what's been the emphasis thus far as you get ready to approach the conference tournament?
Emphasis as it has been and will continue is on us and what we're trying to kind of fine-tune. No need to change much, but fine-tune as we progress into the conference tournament push of almost a 2-week spell, right? A 5-day span of games, but the days leading up for preparation in terms of training. And we know all of the opponents. We've played everybody. Now we just figure out who it's going to be after this weekend, or the 2 possibilities, and then we'll kind of cater our preparation a little more in terms of the days after this weekend.
We're looking forward to it, Coach. Best of luck next week. We'll talk to you then.
Thank
That's
you.
Coach Kevin Nylen, and the beard still looks good.